Yes, therefore, since I'm an Okasi, I Okatakyie a free mensa. One sort attend the left and right center, therefore, and ye for the agro. Say, and that the Okatakyie Donald Trump mum and a air to inside the I know you Yamishra. Young Queen 7 more the science and my
nipa born will say ye no. Next Okatakyie free mensa and so the same be akotuda. I know a day. And my phone is no why when our Okasa ye Kennedy Center pe. Need some more to join the more brusa. Why no? Omunim sa aguna nyametiase. Na de the buy. I'm sure say Momudu do na mo be kai. So ko piem wo Africa some places be to say Sudan any Nigeria there. Let's say kofukuo bi atwe mu ti a the whole details dey be brand later that specific story no. Ba me bie su kakra achem. A wo mo kunkum Kristofo. Emu ahreho. Yetimi chi abusua baako ye twemu free dem na ya sane tu agum so na yakum ni. Mo boni am ye nyina ne se mu ye Kristofo. Sudan for there. Bare 1 week ago, there, and a shot said, Boba said, international recognitions, a woman say, Mercoso, say, Araho. Now, Nigeria, dear, almost sure American forces as a Palestine is answer me near the Donald Trump. A Christopher, you call Nigeria, yet me cook Robakum, there's a higher Christian community near Kumini Pehoina. Donald Trump, dear, now walk from. Of we said yesterday, finally, Donald Trump adding semi to Ga, which you must say, well, who the cost for Nigeria? And somewhere cost no are who that recognition in Kawadema and Nigeria no just American but terrorist squad Mabora and Nigeria Chronomo Mukum a Christopher. Yeah. This particular statement, Donald Trump Edinburgh 2 day. I don't announce a lot of summit etimico PMU America and as all American TV stations now. Most of them one more can 177 Donald Trump at the Abetuja. Quick say about Kwa or no America. I am from CPAC. And now Donald Trump and see what the 2 day. Normal pay a titre and him before. Every so on so I doing chere. If I some Donald Trump at the 2 day. Any the air coso ever a year sima fan I to say Nigeria and Sudan. A DNA ye fan who bet me a woman pay who beer or more frog at the Jeffrey family copiemu ever a year America may muno mubusan. They at the Jeffrey Vay. The air coso our Nigeria. Oje Honsen. The air coso Sudan. Ye kunkum Christopher. Oje Honsen. The more reb. Ye put in some more at the Jeffrey family.
Livelier revival music. That's what I'm going to request. Hannah, can we have revival music? Don't put these. I want you to share with us what has to be done from a protecting these places of worship internationally and in your continent.
Right. Thank you, Mercedes. First of all, I think we must acknowledge the courage that our brothers have shown in the face of these crimes being perpetrated against them for the faith they believe in. I think we must give it up for our brothers. Let's put our hands together for them. Now, Mercedes, with that said, I just want to draw our minds to the point that all throughout human history, anytime the church has been under attack, it is the church that defends itself. So Christendom should not be positioned to be some sort of a weak link for the other people to be emboldened that they have some monopoly of violence and they will continue to persecute the Christian faith. But with that said, I believe that governments, especially on the African continent, have a social contract with the people, a constitutional mandate to protect the people. So nobody should be left untouched if they perpetrate this crime against people who believe in their faith. So first of all, I call on the African continent, the government of the African continent, the African Union, because in the African Charter for Human and People's Rights, it is enshrined the freedom of worship. So why are they not doing anything? If they will not do anything, I believe America has always been the big brother who is always championed it. America must impress on these governments, and international bodies must equally impress on these governments to do the right thing to protect the Christian faith. Other than that, the Christian faith must defend itself at all means possible.
Well, I mean, it actually brings up a great point, which is accountability, Christy. So walk me through these areas where you have these authoritarian governments. You have the Islamic militants. It's all about money too, because they're trying to get these rare minerals in Africa at the cost of the lives. I've seen these videos over and over again of these innocent men, women, and children where they are beheaded. They have to give up their Christian name. If you don't give up your Christian name, you are slaughtered. To what point is that fixable? Is that possible to get to a point that we're being able to protect Christians in these areas, but also, knowing that that we're not alone in this fight? Because I almost feel like Americans they're not aware of this issue that's happening.
Right, so you made a point to the effect that authoritarian leadership and jihadists and all these people perpetrating crime. What we've not averted our minds to is that the persecution of the church is equally an existential threat to even democracy. Because wherever the church has been weakened, democracy does not thrive.
Right.
So I believe that all government that believes in democracy must come to the defense of the Christian faith. Now, with that said, it leaves us, the Christians, with only one thing. There's a hymn when I was sitting down, it kept ringing. Onwards, Christian soldiers marching us to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. I don't want Christians to start. I like what he said, that we must be vigilant, but we must not be afraid. I think it is time that all Christians across the world must rise up and speak against this criminal dastard act being perpetrated by these criminals and cowards who believe that their existence is the extension of the Christian faith. I think we must go back to our militancy of the Christendom.
What is that my area did to that? Mammy called one after the other. The other kind. Or say, any kind da. So be my a Christopher feelings or more, or me a week. Say, Bessie someone our young Christopher in Kudi. Two. Or say, Obi be already what I want to me. Say, or my another religion, a feeling say, or no, that particular religion, or no, the Akabia. Wrong. No religion have the right to exercise monopoly over another. Or we not saying, say, in Africa we have constitution. And in Africa and most of the countries, only Christian countries. In fact, when you're Christian country, or what we call constitution, and the constitution preaches freedom of worship, freedom of religion, or be our right to join in a religion. And in Sadia, I then not to say air cost to Africa near Kukumlipa. Na empenifo mu Africa no almost say almost preach peace in democracy. Almost come with the rules and regulations, the laws of the constitution. No more enforce and to share a bonnet for our own personal constitution by Africa. Almost to share so na sum biemra. Obi no to aso. SHM say nobody must be left untouched. Obi biara want to our kunkum nipa of Africa. Anyone see Jana Marakokwa, they shouldn't be left untouched. Hey! American team is so bad. Okatakyie as you. Tio. African leaders must enforce the law because of its freedom of worship. And America, being seen as the big brother to Africa, they have to defend Africa. Officially, Donald Trump so I had another point in World War with Donald Trump direct. Say, name of the American president, American man as a whole, should act in defense of Africans. So when you other one paid in what they are, then when you just a statement, they should defend Africans. Now, and a man, Nipano no host lady, no growing, no host program. A year at this Kennedy Center, the Christian Persecution Summit. Host, Obuso Okatakyie fast. Okay, at you. Currently, no, Omo Islamic, military be now one Martin Obudis Abonino. Obusa Udi, not so a Christian and a Christian at Dawson. Not so one to Ankene. And Jikremudin Crown, Yaku. It is a man or Okatakyie working a woman defend woman. If they would get cry Yaku. No Okatakyie is actually more responsible to host this. The idea that the persecution of Christians is equally a threat to our democracy. Okatakyie is stating this. Then we a buy Okatakyie. Or say, see a Kunkum a Christopher. The same as Obi ɛfa mmara hyɛ ne nsɛm na wɔka sɛ miibu mmara so sɛ obi bu mmara so a ɛdeɛ ne ɛdeɛ no te si yɛ kunkum akristofoɔ ɛwɔ Africa wɔsɛ ɛyɛ the same as obi ɛto mmara nti wo bu sa be sɛ yɛ kunkum ɔmo yɛnyɛ deɛ ne ɛwɔ si yɛ time situation ne sɛ ɔmo bu mmara so ɛwɔ Africa ho nti wɔsɛ mmara ɛne ɔmo yɛ adwuma ɔsi wherever a threat has been awakened democracy does not thrive. Baby a threat will be hard. Asumdue ni ho. This is a threat here Christopher ya. At the end of any democracy, what's the constitution? So the constitution must act. Okatakyie ka emre wie ye ema mrofo na dwen ba so se onu oni mu mre nti onto mra. Christians ni mpanimfo no kra na adan. Omo ntimi defend omo faith ada. Wamo so nti military bi Christian military. Nkremofo so omo di military be di nsemu na. Christopher so nya military ni. Because someone show weakness too much. Well, see, we must meet them with war. What's the edition? What must one war?
Yes, out of Okatakyie, turn the left and right center. I need the best him do be a CBC be my crown. Bye bye.